Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's mani tutorial is going to be on this lovely nighttime mountain scenic mani. So this is actually very simple and I have my tips prepped. So I use two colors for the base. I use McCart's Black Gel Polish and Neutral Territory, which is a magnetic purple with gold and green shift. It's hard to see on the camera. It only really wants to do the gold shift, but there is a green in it too. I will be using two different magnets. I will be using this magnet right here, which has diagonal placements, and I will also be using a stronger bar magnet. Okay. I also use Beetle's Gel Top Coat, no wipe. I used Born Pretty's black stamping polish, and I used 4 different stamping polishes from Maniology. I used BM White B170, Luna B327, Winter's Kiss B314, and Ringdrop B510. Excuse me. Okay, so I also used Maniology's M603 for this scene here, and Maniology's M361 for some of the stars. So we'll go ahead and go in with our neutral territory on the tips. I used 1 coat of the black, and I'm going to use 1 coat of neutral territory, so there won't be very many coats of polish altogether. So now I'm going to take the magnet and I'm going to enhance the pigment's shine around the nail. And then I'm going to take the gloss magnet I'm going to give it a line, and then I'm going to take the big bar magnet and I'm going to just disperse it ever so slightly, like so. We're going to do this in various directions on all 5 nails, or 10 I guess would technically, if you're doing the full set and not just half. So now once again I'm going to take the magnet and make it swirl. Soften this a bit. Not a lot. Give it some swirly. Where and how you place the swirls is entirely up to you. You can even use a magnet pen like I had in the past, which would look kind of like this. It's going to magnet at the tip and manually do it if that's what you want. That one's a softer swirl. But I don't like how that swirled. So if you're done eating, let your brother know so you guys can have your cookies. There we go. We're just going to shift these pigments around until we like where they're placed. What, Robbie?
Don't forget about cookies.
I sent him in there so that way you could have cookies. You can reach it. There's one for each of you.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I forgot.
Yes, you're tall enough to reach them now, my son. You have grown quite a bit, my dear boy. Think about how tall you stand next to Mama now. You've gotten quite tall, my dear boy. Now be careful, Kyle's catching up to you quick. Those 3 years are meaning very little right now between the two of you. Alright. So now we're going to go in.
Hi, your cookies at the table.
There we go. Sorry about that. Trying to get the kids ready. They got Cub Scouts tonight. They just got done having dinner, so give them a nice treat. They had a good Monday, so good day back to school. Okay. So now, there we go.
He's putting his jammies on.
He needs to get ready for Cub Scouts, not put his jammies on. We'll let him know that he just needs to put his Cub Scout shirt on. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get into the design part now that we have our base color accomplished. And why do I get the distinct feeling I'm going to be breaking up a fight here very soon? I love my children so much. They drive me insane. Okay. So we're going to start with Raindrop and Winter's Kiss. And we're going to use A1, which is this one right here at the bottom. And I will be right back. Kyle, can you stop? It's not jammy time. please clean the counter where you spilled tea? Please clean the counter where you spilled tea on it. Sorry about that. Yes, you may, Kyle. Yeah, eat your cookie before you get your tablet, buddy.
Eat your cookie. Put your tablet out. You have to eat cookies. What?
Oh, just the chaos while I'm recording that you were encouraging.
Oh, sorry.
Go, please. Thank you. My children. So, I have the wrong one. I need the index now. So we're going to put Raindrop and Winter's Kiss in various locations across A1. You want more of Raindrop than Winter's Kiss in this particular case. I'm going to scrape at a light angle, blending the colors. Pick up. Clean up any excess imagery. Then we're going to lay across the bottom of the nail, like so. Alright. Clean the plate. Now we're going to want Luna and Bam White for the snow cap. I want to do something similar with those. Alright. Can I get this done before I need to take them to Cub Scouts? I have faith in myself right now. I should possibly get this done in time. Alright, scrape at an angle, pick up, and we're needing to tape. Now that we have our snow caps, we're going to line it up across the mountaintop, like so. And then we need the black for the trees. Line it up. Go across the bottom. And we're going to take Bam White across the stars on the top. The moon. Pick up. Remove any excess imagery we do not want. We're going to fill in the moon with Luna. This will be the only spot that we reverse stamp. Come on, pick up. want one cotton ball. Thank you. They were sticking together in a way that was not working for me. Okay. So now that we have that picked up, we need to grab our detail brush. I need to make sure there's acetone in my dish so I can clean it. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so here's Luna. And there you have it, guys. Alright, I filled that in. Let that dry enough. That is close enough to dry, but not quite dry enough. So, while we're waiting on that, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. Let's grab Bam White and Pisces, which is this lovely image over here. Grab another stick. Bingo. And go ahead and place in the center. And go ahead and wipe that up. There was a spot I did not see. That picked up the stamper that I did not like. But that's okay, that is an easy fix. Okay, this moon should be ready. Let's go across the top, like so. A little bit to the bottom. We're going to go across the top a little bit. The thumb, like so. Fill in the bottom. There's a hair there. And I am not a happy camper about that. Come on, out of my nail. I don't like fuzzies in my nails. There we go. No more fuzzy in the nail. Okay. Now we are on to the scenic again. We are on the middle finger. So now We're going to grab Winter's Kiss and Raindrop again. On A1. Okay, so there. Pick up the mountain. Clean off any excess imagery. I did not go high enough with that. So let's try that again. We'll stamp over that again. Primarily want the middle anyways. And there we go. That's better. Okay. Come on. Thank you. Okay. Now I need the bam white Luna on A2. Clean up the excess imagery. Okay. And line it up across. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to need straight up black. Not straight up black, but the black Born Pretty polish. Straight up black will work too. It's a maniology. Any black stamping polish will work. Grab A4 and voila. Now we're going to take Bam White on the stars. stars across the top. A little bit around the edges. Okay. I'm going to take the remaining stars across the top of the ring finger. Alright, so now we are taking Winter's Kiss and Raindrop again on A1, and this time we're going to focus on the far right side of the image. Make sure you are angling your scraper card low. Pick up. Remove any excess imagery. Okay. Across the nail, like so. Alright. Now let's give it a snow cap. So we need Bam White and Luna. There's our snow cap. Oh, almost a Scotch tape. Cool. Alright. Perfect. There we go. Let's grab our black from Born Pretty on A4. Oh, that's an easy enough fix. Okay. Okay, now that I have fixed that, okay. That is all that's left of this plate that we need. Empty ester bottle. Cool. Back up on the shelf. I'll throw it away soon enough. Okay. Back to M361 for the pinky. And we're going to go with the Virgo with Bam White. stars over here. All right. So now we're going to place the Virgo and various stars, like so. Okay. So now all we need to do is top coat. There. The little pineapple's doing well now. There, now it'll be easier to put on my top coat. And then we'll cure for 30 seconds. Alright, let's pop that in the lamp for 30 seconds. Alright, so this is how I made this lovely nighttime mountain scenic mani, and I really loved that plate the first time I spotted it, and I absolutely just had to have it once I had the funding, because this is such a cool plate and I loved both sides of it. I especially love this mountain scene right here. It's just really pretty, and I love doing nighttime scenes with mountains like this. I love doing galaxies and things like that. So I hope that this mani tutorial was helpful for you guys, and I hope that you all have had a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you are while you're watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.